Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Aussie Gamers Experience podcast. Joining me in the cave this week is Grejio to discuss the week that was. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some Beyond Good and Evil 2 Outer World questions its milestone. The coronavirus hits the gaming industry. Epic goes epic. And a question, has VR gone too far? We'll get more on that later, and much more other things as we dribble along. So editing Lucas, let's go!
This is the Aussie Gamers Experience video game podcast. This show is recorded during temperatures in summer that are too hot for dragons and in winter colder than my mother-in-law's heart. So join us as we discuss video games as best we can, all while dodging redback spiders, brown snakes, and all those other things that try to hurt, maim, or even kill us. But remember, all we need to do is stay alive long enough to see the release of that next awesome video game. Enjoy the show.
That's right, everyone. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. It is episode 286 this week.
286.
It's nice. It's a nice number. It's good.
It's even.
Today is Monday, the 10th of February, 2020. Grejio, welcome. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Thank you very much.
How are you travelling this week?
Well, as I was saying to you just before we started the show, it's been a weird week. I feel like it's been forever since I was sitting in this chair with you.
Mm-hmm.
However, Monday felt like it was just like, didn't we just get over last Monday? So
yeah.
I'm in this weird paradox where Mondays feel like they're super close, but the podcast feels like it's getting super far apart.
Because you look forward to the podcast.
Yeah, but it's
an enjoyable thing.
It's a really weird paradox to have things running in parallel and to really dislike one but really like the other and have that time differentiation.
Mm.
It's normally you only have one or the other, not both at the same time, so it's weird to have it. So.
Well, Grejio and I are once again sitting in the same room. So if this cuts out halfway through, I'm sorry, but the power has gone out and we've done the best that we can. There is a storm circling around Western Sydney at the moment.
Send out a dive team.
Yes, there's a little bit of water around.
Call Elon Musk. I want to ride in his little mini sub.
I'm sure some people have seen we've gone from bushfires to floods. So
I know, it's biblical, isn't it?
Kind of just feels like summer in Australia.
Yeah.
All right, joining us live, might as well say g'day to these great people, Radicus, Skrill, and the Wraith. Thank you as always for joining in and giving us some rather amusing gifts to. Yep, that's pretty much what it's like.
Yep, I'm out of here.
That's what it's like. So let's jump into the show, shall we, mate?
Yes.
I've got back a fan favourite this week in gaming.
I thought you were going to say window shopping and no, you haven't.
This week in gaming, we're going all the way back to the year 1990.
Awesome. That was a good year, right?
It was a good year.
Yeah. It was the beginning of a great decade.
Oh, yes. The year that I turned 10.
Yep. I would have been 7.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Super Mario 3 was released.
Right.
Now, I couldn't get an exact date. So the date that, I probably could have if I dug a little bit more, but where I get all my information for this from, it didn't have much. It had the 12th of February that it was released in Canada, of all things. And it just said, for everything else, it just said February. So I'm like, well, I reckon it'll be around the same day.
G'day everyone, editing Lucas jumping into the show for the first time this week and assisting Snoogs with his rather deplorable skills in Googling. Alright, Super Mario Bros. 3 was first released in Japan on the 23rd of October 1988, and then, as suggested, in North America on the 12th of February 1990. However, in the PAL region, which is where we reside, it was released on the 29th of August in 1991. I think you would have been 11, Snoogs. Back to the show.
So, back in 1990, that was the NES, I believe. It went on to sell 30 million copies.
Sure.
That's pretty good for something that old.
I don't know. I was too much of a cool kid. I was playing Doom back then.
Not that early. Doom?
I still would have been playing Doom when I was 7 years old.
Well, yeah.
I didn't have a SNES. I had my dad's laptop.
Yeah,
I had older brothers that were more into violent video games than I was. So.
Yeah, I never had a NES or a SNES or anything like that. So
it's probably a sad indictment of who we are on this podcast. But man, what are you gonna do?
Well, I was a PC gamer back then.
Yeah, I know. So like
Master Race.
Yeah, I was PC for a long time. Till PlayStation.
Well, I found a couple of cool little bits of trivia.
Yep.
So, on the map screen, the treasure ship icon features a symbol on its sail. The symbol is the Japanese word takara, which means treasure.
Isn't that nice?
It's very literal. I like it.
Yeah, it's very Japanese.
It's very Japanese, yes. Yeah. Very, very much so. And during the game, Mario can find a warp whistle. Now, the amount of times that I've played Super Mario 3, and I'd never seen a warp whistle. But that's probably because 9 times out of 10, I probably would have rage quit that game. Never very good at it. Before
the warp whistle, it was even available.
Probably. Yeah. Probably before the first.
It probably wasn't in the first level.
Yeah, it wasn't in the first level. The warp whistle will take you to a new area of the game. When using the whistle, the tune played is the exact melody used from the whistle in The Legend of Zelda.
Wow. That's all. It's the Nintendo Combined Universe coming together, isn't it? And NCU. Wait for that to come out in a movie form, eh?
The NCU, I like
NCU.
it.
And then we'll need the SCU, the C Combined Universe, to come out, which will then be sued. Sued by Sony because they want the SCU.
I think they already do.
Probably.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why my bank changed names. Its acronym was SCU.
All right. Well, let's jump into the games that we've been playing this week. So we're going to start off with you.
Yeah, let's jump into my game.
We'll jump into your game because I've got a bit of a list this week. I've gone a bit crazy.
Yeah,
I've been trying to find something to take over my Call of Duty addiction.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to set myself a challenge. I'm actually going to play something else next week because I have just you know what? I don't know how far back we'd have to go to find an episode where I haven't played this game in this time.
Yeah, it'd be a while.
But I remember I was quite the skeptic when I was like, all right, I'm going to play this game. I'm going to try it out for the people at home. They said I should try it, so I'm going to try it. And then I haven't stopped playing it since. That's fucking Minecraft. I have seriously got an issue. I think I need to go to Minecraft Anonymous.
No, that's for quitters.
You're right, it is. Yeah, I've straddled my world in the realm. I'm slowly weaning myself back in the realm after the negative feelings I had about it. I know it sounds like I'm forcing myself to do something, but I genuinely like the guy who runs it, and he's missing me. He's kind of he's trying to tempt me back. He's just like, oh, can you come and do this redstone thing for me? Yeah. It's just really small. Come and quickly do
just
it.
Sitting there on the other side of the map, rubbing his nipple.
yeah. And he's like coming in and go, oh, what are you doing, your base? Do you need some help? Or just showing. I need a redstone door. Can you make a redstone door? I'm like, you can make a redstone door. What do you need me for? But look, yeah, I get the feeling that he's missing me, and he doesn't like the fact that I left on the terms that I kind of left on. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's coaching me back, and so I'm straddling my world in the realm at the moment. But I've spent a lot of time in my realm, like I said, putting the lessons I've learned from the realm into my world, which I'm really enjoying, and my world has exponentially exploded. There's a whole bunch of things that I just want to do for myself that I haven't done in the game yet. So yeah,
fair enough.
And I'm working towards those things.
Nice. I've been playing a bit of Minecraft this week. It's one of those games that's good because my kids both get right into it, as yours do as well.
Yeah.
And to be able to sit there and just, switch off. I did a few things last night, switched off doing them and left the PC at about 10:30. Went and played Minecraft for half an hour, and all I did was mine.
It's easy to do.
It's very easy. And I could have sat there quite a lot longer.
Yeah.
Should we get into my list?
I think we should.
We've
talked enough about Minecraft today.
My list. Call of Duty is at the top of my list again. Who would have thunk it?
I'll make it the top of my list this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal your copy.
You can steal my copy for a little bit. I won't be... I'll give it to you for a week. That's all right. I've reached max level, So level 155.
Yep.
I've fully maxed that out. I've also done the full 100 levels of the Battle Pass tiers.
No wonder you're happy to give it to me.
Wow.
I'm just like, yeah, you have it.
Well, the thing is, it resets in like a day and a half.
So I've got a day and a half to play it.
So it's like, you can have it for a few days.
That should be long enough for me to get through the campaign.
Yeah, you'll get through the campaign. That's it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Well, it is still a lot of fun. It's one of those things that I can't see myself getting the second season Battle Pass because it was a grind and it demanded a lot of my time.
Yep.
Because it's one of those things that's like, well, I paid for it. I'm going to try and get everything. And it was a push for me to get through it and it was just one of those things that was set. You know, that goal was set where you've got 100 levels to get through. Let's get them. So cool. We got there in the end. I did have to buy a couple of levels, but I used the money that I made from the Battle Pass. So it kind of all works out in itself. Season 2 has been leaked. Mm-hmm. It looks really cool. Ghost comes back in. There's a few different maps, but there'll be more once I think there's an official reveal on it. There'll be a bit more information floating around and all that jazz, but it goes live in a couple of days. So That's all very good. Alrighty. Next on my list, Journey to the Savage Planet. Lucas spoke about this one last week. And he and I haven't been able to get on together to have a go at the multiplayer.
Yeah, this is the weird one that had the multiplayer. They had to start from scratch kind of thing.
Yeah, you got to start from scratch together.
Yep.
Which is weird.
Yep.
I don't understand why they do that for the multiplayer aspect of it or the co-op aspect.
Yep.
But hey, it's a very intriguing game.
Yeah, right.
And there's like this AI that's kind of like a voice in your helmet, in your spacesuit, that's telling you things. And when you scan things, it gives you little quips and whatnot. And without that, the game would be boring as batshit. But it adds that little element that keeps you going, oh, what's that over there? And like, I scanned one creature and it's like, oh, look, it's so scared. It thinks you're going to kill it. You totally should. Just weird stuff like that.
Yep.
And it's just got that really twisted sense of humor.
Yep.
And it's really well made for what's effectively an indie title. It's really well done and it's very cool, very quirky. Looks gorgeous. The art style is brilliant. The colours and whatnot. So it's all very cool. Next one, Apex Legends. Apex Legends Season 4.
How good is it?
I rage quit. I rage deleted.
Fuck you.
Now, I rage deleted because I single stacked.
Yep.
So I went in and joined with someone else. And they landed us on this train that goes around the map now. I don't know how long that's been there, but there's this train that's always moving.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, sweet, we landed on it. We were the only ones that landed on it. Started getting all this loot. Do you think the guns would work? I could not get the guns to fire.
I'm sorry. It's a shooter.
Yep.
And you couldn't fire your gun?
I couldn't even unholster it. Every time I hit fire, I had guns in my inventory, and it would not select the gun. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I'm sure it was me, not the game, because I haven't played it for ages. But my idea is you pick up the gun, then you use the gun. You don't pick up the gun and start throwing punches. So, of course, I had no gun, so it just was not working for me. I got killed within, 40 seconds of landing and went twist on the controller and nope, exit game, hold the button, uninstall. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Apex.
Yes, it's nice little rage quit.
Yeah, that's...
I haven't had a good rage quit in a while, actually. Well, apart from Call of Duty when it lags. But even then, it's more of a disappointment because I really enjoy that game.
It's more... I'm taking a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will forgive you come tomorrow.
Yes.
I will be playing your ass tomorrow.
Yes.
Rage quitting is like, nope. Go the fuck... Just get out of my house.
Just done. Get out. See you later.
I'm frisbeeing you clean out of... See ya. Bye. Have a nice trip. Yep, that's a car running you over. Fuck you.
Beautiful. Next on the list, on the PC, of all things.
PC?
On the PC, an Epic Store freebie. Now, this game is called Little Inferno. Now, Little Inferno, when I had a quick look at it, I thought was similar to Inside or that one on the boat, the Moor with the nightmare creature. Was that Nightmare Creatures? I don't know. Gone blank anyway.
All right, time for Editing Lucas to jump back into the show. The name of the game you're thinking of probably should have been prompted by the name of the game you're talking about. You're talking about Little Inferno, and the game you're trying to think of the name for is Little Nightmares. You were part the way there. Back to the show.
Anyway, like Inside and that sort of style. So I thought it was something similar to that. Nope. It's a game where you're literally looking at a fireplace. Okay? Yep. Picture this.
Fireplace.
I might even show you later.
Sure.
Fireplace.
And
then you put things in the fireplace.
Like logs?
No, just things. Like a letter that you get.
Oh, right. So like George Banks, just tear it up, throw it in there.
Yep. And then you click and hold on the screen, and it creates fire.
Of course it does.
And then you burn the shit that you put in there.
It sounds like Incinerator Simulator, not...
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. And I don't know why I spent nearly an hour playing it.
It's like classified documents. Yes!
Because what you do is there's
Mother-in-law. Yes!
There's little things you've got to do. So you've got to combine certain things. So you go to your little shop that sends you your product. Sends you your burnables. Yep. Because when you burn something, you get a coin for it. So you use that coin to buy burnables, whether it be like someone else's credit card.
This is an amazing economy. I'm just putting it out there. You buy stuff to burn, and then they pay you for the burning stuff, which you spend money on to buy stuff to burn. Yeah. It's very circular. I like it.
It's great. It's great.
It's how capitalism should work.
You go and buy these things, like whether it be like a little toy bike, a toy soldier, like I said, someone else's credit card, a picture frame, all this weird stuff.
Yeah.
And just throw it in the fire and set it on fire.
Right.
And that's literally all the game is. But I sat here probably stupid giggling to myself occasionally and just torching it.
Well, as Brady says, it sounds more fun than Destiny, so
that's a possibility. Yeah,
sounds like it. I
think I had more fun than I've had in Destiny recently.
So it's less of a grind.
Less of a grind. Yes.
It's more of a story too, by the sounds of it.
Yes.
Definitely. At least you can make up your own story. It's like credit cards. It's like you can make up your own story. It's like, now you can't pay your debt off, dickhead.
It's great when the credit card burns.
Yep.
It like explodes to paper money.
Oh, nice.
Then you can't get the paper money. It just catches on fire as well. But
it's the spirit of it.
Yeah.
It's just like
you can throw batteries in.
Oh, yes, did they blow up?
Yeah.
Pop, pop. Deodorant cans?
I haven't got that far yet, but I'm thinking it might be. It kind of feels like it's building up to more explosive things.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it'll... See, look, we're talking about it still. It's a stupid little game. It was free. Epic gives away the free games.
Yeah.
It was one of those freebies over Christmas.
Yeah, right.
And
it's not free now.
No.
Right.
No, I don't believe.
Sorry, guys, you missed the boat.
Yeah, sorry.
We're telling you about this awesome stuff, and then you got to pay for it.
So a bit of fun. Last on my list that I want to talk about, because it's not technically last on my list. There's a whole lot of other stuff. There's Destiny. There's Borderlands. There's
you're just not doing a me and going, the usual stuff.
Yeah, the stuff. Yeah. I got a game at PAX last year that I played. I played its brother, so to speak.
Right.
So this other game is I'll just grab the name of that one.
The brother or the game?
The brother.
Yeah, right.
The brother's called Never Give Up.
Right.
And this is one of those games that trial by fire. So Never Give Up is you'll run into a room and it'll just be a blank room. And you'll run across and a sword or a saw or something will come out of the ground and cut you in half.
Yep. Go
back and start again, So you've got to remember where it is and jump and, so it's just that sort of thing. And it just gets more elaborate.
Yep.
It's a platformer. Snoogs and platformers, not good bedfellows.
Especially not when it's just going to punish you outright.
Yeah, just
for playing the game. Just like, you played, sucker.
Yeah, that's exactly what. So this one that I've got is called The Adventure Pouts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I haven't played it before. And I had a bit of time before we started tonight, so I started playing it tonight. It is awesome. It's a platformer. It hasn't hurt me yet. I'm sure it will. as most platformers do. But it's got this quirky, it's made by an Australian mob, it's got that very quirky sense of humour. And like, for instance, I'm running around in the level select area on the back of a giraffe.
Mm-hmm. I saw that bit.
Yes. And then once you get in, that giraffe sits in your backpack with its head hanging out, and it uses it as a grapple. So if you're comboing against enemies and you're too far away from the next enemy, it'll actually grapple to that enemy with the giraffe's head and pull you in closer.
You got a war giraffe. You don't see enough war giraffes in games.
The war giraffe makes a comeback.
It makes a thing. I don't think it's a comeback.
And because it's such a simple style game, my PC runs it quite easily. And I'm going to give it a crack at streaming it. So some people can come and watch it get harder and watch my blood pressure slowly go up.
Yeah, and see the appeal of a war giraffe. So we can get some people like writing letters to game and developers saying, war giraffes, this is where it's at.
This is where it's at.
They are a vicious creature. You just got to tap into that mean streak they've got.
Yep. It's So it's a side-scrolling platformer, just 2D, and cute, cartoony art style. If anyone knows Cyanide and Happiness, I kind of get those sorts of vibes by the way that they move and run around. It's another one of those, if you die at any part of the level, you're back to the start to do the level again. But the levels are only small at the moment, so it's no big deal.
Yep.
And yeah, that's probably it for that one. Like I said, keep an eye out. I want to stream it, so we'll see what that comes off. Looks like a bit of fun.
Adventure Pals.
Yes, Adventure Pals on the PC.
On the PC.
Yeah. So check it out. Go and have a squiz. I'm not sure if it's on anything else. I'll have a look. I'll play some more this week and I'll update next week.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Anything else for games?
Well, I didn't play anything.
No.
I played Minecraft.
I played Minecraft.
I played a lot of Minecraft.
All right. Well, let's jump into some news, shall we, mate?
Yes.
Sounds good. The Outer Worlds. You've played The Outer Worlds, haven't you?
Oh, just a bit. It was just that little game that I, just casually put it number one in my Game of the Year list. It was nothing.
Little bit.
Just flew by. No one knew anything about this game.
Outer Worlds has officially sold 2 million units.
Like I said, just casually floated by. No one noticed.
Now, 2 million units kind of sounds small-ish.
Yeah, these days, kind of like in the worlds of like the big rock stars where they're selling hundreds of millions of copies, you're kind of like 2 million. It's a meh number now. But
it's more. It's not so much as a meh number. It's still a good number.
No, it's a respectable number. But like I said,
but the time that it's taken to get there. That's the bit that I mean.
Yeah,
the time that it's taken, because The Outer Worlds is a phenomenal title, and a lot of people have agreed that it is a phenomenal. It was your number one. So, congratulations on that milestone. And I also have something that I'd like to ask anyone that's listening and yourself. Mm-hmm. The publishing, the parent publisher, Take-Two, has questioned subscription models. So being that The Outer Worlds was released on Game Pass, that's where a lot of people would have played it and not technically purchased it. How do you feel with something like this, with a studio that has made this title and then been brought into the fold? So they've seen both sides. They've seen, external, it's, on PS4 or PC or whatever, that's people are purchasing it. And then they've got this model where it's a subscription, which is your Xbox based and some PC stuff as well. They didn't paint it in good. Well, they didn't paint it in bad light, but they didn't also paint it in good light. So pretty much what it was that we believe, streaming services are in their infancy and we're not sure they're a good fit for new games. They're more for a catalog style thing. So they're older games to give them a new lease on life. Much like GTA 5, which has gone to the top of the Xbox downloads again.
Take-Two, here's my open letter to you. If you do not like the fact that your brand new game didn't make you the money and you're tossing up on a subscription service, maybe, just maybe, think about it first before agreeing, put your game on a subscription service like Game Pass. You knew what you were getting into. So if you don't like that, sell your game like normal people and just sell it. Don't do this bullshit and then make me pay another subscription service for it. Because if you do that, that will be the last game I ever buy from you ever. I don't care if you put Obsidian on it. I love those motherfuckers like, you wouldn't believe, but it's not enough for me to pay a subscription to play that game.
No. They're not saying about a subscription for the game itself.
Yeah, no, I get.
They're saying that because they put on, they're not sure going forward.
Yeah.
Releasing something on Game Pass, whether that would be like Game Pass, whether it's suited for new titles or whether it would just suited more for your older titles and whatnot.
Look, it's.
So you'd still be like if you had to go out, so it'd just be like Game Pass doesn't exist, right? It'd just be, okay, this is an Xbox title, you go and buy it on the Xbox, that's it.
Yep.
You don't have to pay a subscription to play it, it's just...
Oh, so they're questioning even having a subscription, they're not questioning making one?
No, they're questioning releasing a brand new title onto a subscription service like
and they don't like it.
They're not sure whether it's a good fit.
Right, okay.
So they haven't come out and said, it's bullshit, we don't like it.
Sorry, I take back my open letter. I misunderstood the question.
Yeah.
So, having said that, well, once again, there's a part of it that still states. I mean, if they don't like the amount of money they made on the deal, then one, they can choose not to do it again.
Oh, 100%.
Or two, they can just get a better deal with Xbox. And to be fair, they probably have a good argument for getting more money out of Microsoft off the back of how well this game went.
Yep.
Right? You have leverage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As for whether I think they're a valid thing, look, me personally, I'm not, like, I have Game Pass, don't get me wrong. I like Game Pass. What I have a problem with when it comes to subscription services is a bit like we have in TVs now, where it's all right, well, there's like maybe 1, 2, but as soon as there's 3, 4, all of a sudden the market share very quickly breaks up.
Yep.
And we're starting to see that on PC because you've got Steam, Epic, and then you're starting to see people like EA bring out their own.
Yeah.
And that's on console as well. But so
EA, you play Blizzard.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, just to play my 5 top games, I'm going to need 5 subscriptions.
Yep.
I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
So, and that's my problem with subscription services, because once one person gets in and starts making money, other people want to get in on it, and then the market share gets divided, and then it's a lose-lose in my opinion. I don't see anyone winning out of that.
All the people that are making the money win.
Yeah, only on the people that can afford to have those subscriptions. Everyone else is like, well, we would have spent money on your brand new game.
But it'd still be available.
Well, yeah, I assume.
But the big thing is
true. They are still available. No. I guess that's the main difference.
If it's available on Game Pass, less people have actually purchased the copy.
Yeah,
that's more what it's like.
Yeah, I forgot about that one bit of mechanic to it. Is unlike TV, where there are certain shows you just can't watch unless you have to wait until they release, because there's like a lever, like there's a.
Don't get me started on Picard.
Yeah. All right. We're not going to go down that path. Whereas games, they're released at the same time. You're such a tricky. I don't know why you even like Star Wars. Anyway, because they come out at the same time, I guess you have choice. Yeah. It's just I guess that's why I don't mind paying for Game Pass at the moment. I get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's right.
I get a bunch of games that I can play for, like I wouldn't have played Minecraft without Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's the simple truth of it. But I bought Outer Worlds. I could have played it on Game Pass for free, but I bought it because it's a title that I felt deserved my money. Just like Forza. Those are the 2 biggest games I bought in the last 2 years, and I paid for them even though I didn't have to. I could have got them for free on Game Pass.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard one.
Yeah.
All right, well, still on Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
It's coming to the Switch now as well.
I know.
It's being ported across to the Switch.
Yep.
Soon-ish. It's been put on delay. It has been delayed because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not making light of the situation of coronavirus. It's I do think it's been blown up a bit more by the media than it needed to be.
Yes, but let's make that point right now because we're going to have at it. And we know that if you come in halfway through this conversation, people are going to go, "Oh, you guys are terrible. You don't care about it." No. We understand. We think it's terrible, but now we're going to make light of it.
Yeah, like Radica says, it's nothing to sneeze at.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was one that we were talking beforehand as we were setting this up, and I thought this was one of the first things to be put on, like gaming wise or digital wise, that it was going to be delayed because of this virus outbreak. And we know that there's a lot of people that have been, quarantined and staying away from major centres, so cities are shutting down and whatnot. But industry. I work in industry. I work in an industry that imports a lot of gear, and this is something that we're taking very seriously. We've got our eyes on watching what's actually happening. But there's been a few other things.
Yeah, because I saw this same article, and yes. I was going to put it on my list, but as I was trolling through it, I was just like one after the other of how many of these stories were coming out about different things in the gaming world, and it was all the same story. Delayed because of coronavirus. And so I said to you just before we started, I go, this is going to be an excuse of 2020. This is like a get out of jail free card for everyone this year. 2020 is going to be the year of it's delayed, and they're all just going to say that's coronavirus. Like, we'll get to the end of the year and like we're waiting for Xbox, the new Xbox and the Series X and PS5 are about to drop Christmas time. Everyone's really excited and they're like, no, delayed. Why? Coronavirus. I'm like, that shit's been done already for like 6 months. We scorched earthed everything. It's all good now. Whatever. We carpet bombed with serum or whatever. I don't know how we're going to get rid of it. But let's say we just quarantine the hell out of it. It's all gone. 6 months later, they're still going. No, coronavirus. Screw this. This is literally get out of jail. I'm telling you right now, CD Projekt Red are kicking themselves right now, guys. If we'd only waited an extra month to announce that we were going to be delayed, we could have called coronavirus as well.
From Central Europe. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, totally. We've got assets in Asia, I think.
God. All right. Well, the delays keep coming.
They keep coming. And as much as we like to make a joke about it, we repeat one more time, it's very serious. I think serious. It's terrible.
This is I've got another delay. This has got nothing to do with any virus outbreaks.
Right.
This has got to do with
someone owning their shit.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
Oh, maybe not.
So back in 2008.
That's a long delay, I'm just saying.
Back in 2008, a game was announced that still does not have a release date. It has videos. It has information that's been released at E3. It has details about where it is and what it is. And
Ori and the Will of the Wisp?
Not the Will of the Wisp. Close enough, though.
Yeah, sorry.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Sorry, I should have guessed.
So it was technically announced in 2008, but it's a prequel to a game from 2003. Now that long lead times between games is nothing new. Just between games, it's what happens. But the fact that it was announced 12 years ago.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it?
So Ubisoft have come out and said that it is not in their release schedule for this financial year, which goes from
shock me
April to March.
Yep.
So April 2020 to March 21.
Yep.
It's not in their release schedule.
Well, see, I get scared about games that get stuck in development hell. Because, like, for me, the best case scenario, generally speaking, is we get a Crackdown 3.
Or a Duke Nukem.
Or Duke Nukem, yeah, exactly. Those are the those are the examples that are set by games that get stuck in development. Like hell. And no, it's not Half-Life 3 because that shit's never coming, bro.
Yeah, not the VR version, or Duke Nukem, or Colonial Marines.
Oh, yeah, Colonial Marines, man,
they were all stuck in hell, weren't they?
Why wasn't it?
I liked Duke Nukem. I still have the special edition, but that's because, I'm an idiot. I could switch my brain off and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
It had that nostalgia, and it doesn't matter that it felt like it was 5 years old because it was Duke Nukem that always felt 5 years old.
And the other reason is we both thought the 90s was a great time to live.
Yeah,
so,
that's kind of worked.
So, we're still, we still think dick and fart jokes are funny.
Indeed. No, I love them. And I'm with Wraith. I can't defend them.
No, they're terrible. They're straight up terrible.
Yes.
It's like, movies that we like. I've got some movies that I like. Car movies. I'm like a nut for cars. Like, I love cars. Everyone knows this. But car movies are like my next passion. And there are some.
There are.
But I will watch them any day of the week.
There is.
Two-Lane Blacktop. Classic. It is a horrible movie. It has no fucking story. But, hey, I'll watch it.
We'll rein you back in from that.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
Good. All right. Well, another Ubisoft title that we know zero about because it was announced at all this big fanfare, and yes, we're going to see this realistic-looking pirate game.
No, I was going to say it's a pirate game, isn't it?
I can't. Was it called Black Sails or
no? It's Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah.
Where the hell has that gone?
I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure it's just gone.
Yeah. See, to me, that was a winner. Like, if you liked Black Flag, this was going to be your game, I thought.
Yeah, I just...
after the sort of what I hoped was going to be a good experience in the other pirate one that I ended up not playing.
Sea of Thieves.
The
Troll Simulator.
The Troll Simulator.
Yep.
After that, I was just like, well, this only has to be half decent. Sorry. This only has to be half decent, and I'm in, especially after Sea of Thieves. Like, this is, but once again, Ubisoft is like
vanished. It's just kind of vanished. It's really quite frustrating. It's something I've been looking forward to, but I can't find it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the stuff coming up in the live chat as we do every week. If you want to join in for that live chat, listen out. Lucas always gives a bit of a code word. I believe it's we came here to party.
Totally.
Okay, editing Lucas jumping in again. Good to see that the show hosts are up to date with said code word. We came here to party. That was for 2019. It's changed to this year. So if you want the code word, listen to the end of the show. Unlike our hosts. Thank you, back to the show.
When you join.
And I think that's part of the problem. He set up a code word that pretty much sets up the mood of this chat. Like, these guys, there's no rules. They're just like, no, screw you guys. You guys are supposed to be doing a podcast, so let's put up shit that's going to distract you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they do. Like, I'm just like,
All right. Mate, Epic has gone epic again with its freebies.
Totally. I can't believe it's done this, but what are you going to do? So, from the 14th of February, just in time for Valentine's Day, lovers, you will be able to, for a week, get Kingdom Come Deliverance for free. Now, some would say that's the right price point. However, I'm not here to discuss that.
Jeez.
I'm just here to tell you.
You are on fire tonight.
I told you, I'm in a prick of a mood tonight. I'm just being a dick all around. Anyway, so if you haven't, yes, I'm not repeating that one.
Oh,
Wraith, you can keep that one. So, if this is a game that you've wanted to play, haven't yet, jump on Epic, pick it up for free. You should still have time by the time you listen to this, unless you're one of these people who have just picked up our podcast and it's the year 2024 and you're like going, man, this podcast is really good. I'm going to check out some back catalogs specials. Do not go to the Epic store. One, it probably won't exist anymore, and two, it won't be free anymore.
All right, by 2024, it might just be one of those subscription services.
It might be the only one in which Grejio will be happy because he's like, fuck it, there's only one. I don't care who won. I don't care who won the streaming wars, as long as someone won.
All right, mate. Let's get on to a bit of a nice topic.
Yes, let's.
Anyone that's the world over, the amount of people from other parts of the world that touched base with me and asked over Christmas and New Year's, are you all right? Are you affected? Blah, 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 blah. Of course, by the bushfires that ravaged pretty much Australia. Australia was burning. It was everywhere. Yep. So there's a bushfire pop vinyl.
Yeah, Funko are bringing out a pop vinyl called the Bushfire Hero. And it's just an RFS dude as a Funko Pop.
With a koala. I didn't see the koala.
The
koala's like hanging onto him like a you're my hero type.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool.
Kevin Costner bodyguard-esque. It's like,
not quite that much, but
anyway,
close.
Let's just. That's my little thought in my head when I see it. I'm just like, Whitney Houston starts singing. Anyway, Funko got together with RSPCA And together they've come up with this thing where they're going to sell these little vinyls. It's so belittling to those people that collect them. It's just like those little vinyls. Yeah, look, if you're into it, buy one because the profits are going to the RSPCA's National Bushfire Appeal, which I assume will help koalas and all that.
Well, the whole thing, there was reports of over 1 billion animals dying during those fires.
Yeah, look, lots. There was my wife today, Rem only today, showed me a picture of a horse that it was down the Snowy Mountain region area, and it had like burns on its chest and stuff like that. So, yeah. It
was very horrific. It's we both pretty much grew up in the bush, like it was at our back gate, literally.
Yep.
And I've not seen anything. I've seen it bigger, like it happening more, like a bigger fire localized, but not that spread. And
really, there was some big fires, man.
No, but like I can remember driving up the M4 and the entire escarpment being on fire.
Yeah, well, I guess in where we were, it wasn't that big, but there were other places in Australia where it would have been that
that's
big.
The thing, yeah.
So where we were, it wasn't as big as that, but it has been that big.
Yeah. It was very ferocious. That was the thing. I think the speed that it moved at was what got me.
I watched the video the other day. They left the camera there to watch how fast it actually goes through a place.
Yeah,
and you can't even run from that shit, man. It's just so fast. Like, hui. It is, yep.
Squirrel's telling us in the chat it's $19 for that pop vinyl.
There you go.
Got to order it from Pop Culture.
Alrighty.
So you can order it online. I believe it comes out in April.
Sure.
So, and then, you can pre-order it. Only Pop Culture.
Only Pop Culture.
I might go and get myself one. I probably should. I've got a few pop vinyls around here. Well, not at the moment. They're all in.
Man, I haven't had pop vinyls until this Christmas.
Yeah?
And then my wife bought me some for Christmas.
Awesome.
I was like, I've never shown any interest in pop vinyls before. But she did pluck to my heartstrings because she bought me 2 Boba Fett ones. So I was like,
yeah, okay.
It's less about the pop vinyls and more about Boba Fett, really.
Yeah. I did actually, I did pre-order one.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me there's the special edition one.
The special edition.
Iron Man one.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
The I Am Iron Man with the Infinity gloves. So that's pretty cool. Check it out. Radicus has actually left us a link. I'll put it up in our general chat as well. So
the Facebook page, because it's coming back.
The Facebook page is back. It's going good. All right. The last bit of news. Now, I haven't told Greg about this news because I want his genuine reaction to it. And if it was anything similar to my reaction, which I can pretty much guarantee it will be, this could be worthwhile. So, has VR gone too far? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, we head on over to Korea. So,
I'm already saying yes. It's in Korea.
Last week, a Korean TV special called Meeting You has aired, which focused on family loss. Okay? This family lost their 7-year-old daughter. The program then, in the finale, attempted to reunite the mother with the daughter by setting the mother up in a VR headset and gloves. And then in the virtual reality world, they recreated her daughter with voice recordings. And when the mother touched the girl's head or touched the girl, the sensors in the gloves actually made it feel like touch. Now, I've watched the video on this, and no one can see this, what Greg is doing, but it's pretty close.
It's tearing me in half, to be honest. Like, I am physically pained by this whole thing because there's a part of me, you've picked the wrong day for this, I swear to God.
Before you get on your rant, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have 2 school of thoughts here.
I have a funny feeling in the same.
Okay. So 2 school of thoughts is this, if used in the proper way by a proper trained psychiatrist, psychologist, a professional.
Yes.
Could possibly benefit in the grieving process.
Totally. Like Yeah, I don't want to belittle this person's grief. That's not what I want to do here, because clearly that's...
I'm going to belittle it for the fact that it was on a damn TV show that they put this woman through this horrendous ordeal.
Yeah.
Because not only is this poor woman, and this is the flip side of it, right? Yeah. So this poor woman has lost her child, which you can only fathom that would be that would be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, okay? Totally.
And they have then put her on TV and made her feel that loss yet again.
I know. It's
so not only have they had a likeness of her daughter in the virtual reality world, they've then had, the fact that this woman could touch her and feel the touch. The video, a lot of this video is this woman just bawling her eyes out, stroking the girl's hair, and this little doppelganger who speaks with the daughter's voice.
Yeah.
That would absolutely, if it was given to you as an option to do, every time you took that headset off, you would go through that exact loss again.
Yeah, exactly. And look, all right, let's take a serious take on this. There are plenty of movies that have explored this. You can watch Netflix, what's that show? Black Mirror has explored this concept and idea, and there's other movies that have explored this concept. Generally speaking, it's never a good ending. The concept at the end of the day is you're just not letting go. You're living perpetually, you're living in the past. You can't let go of that. You have to come to terms with your grief eventually.
Yes.
So, but I also, I can honestly say that I don't know whether I would do anything different in the same scenario if I was to lose one of my kids. I can't fathom that grief.
No. You can't fathom it.
I can't fathom it. I can't even begin to think about it because I would bawl my eyes out just thinking about it.
Yeah.
However, yes, the fact that it's used on a TV show, it's just, it's so fucking terrible. And I hate it so much. And I saw it and I went, fuck off, this is shit. Go away. This is not worthy of, it's not even worthy of being on the internet. And that's a cesspool at times. So I just feel like she is the embodiment of clickbait now.
Yeah.
And that's sad for her and her loss and her grief, and it's been essentially commoditized. It's a commodity now, and it's just it's yuck. I hate it.
Well,
fuck you all.
I won't bring what the boys have been talking about in the chat onto the podcast.
Yeah, they can talk with immunity.
Yeah. If anyone wants to go and see, pretty much the overview is that we're all pretty much on the same page here.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to bring Tupac on stage and everyone goes, holy shit, it's fucking Tupac. And a girl, a 7-year-old girl that's died well before,
Yeah, she wasn't exactly gunned down by someone in the street.
No, but
it's not, and it wasn't like she was brought back by fans. Jesus, Wraith.
Fuck you.
Good way to bring it up.
Yeah.
I just found it when I was reading this, and I read through it, and then I went, okay, I've got to watch the video. And then I watched the video, and I went, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah, nah.
It's one of those things that I was going to post it and tear it apart.
Nah, no.
But I can't even do that because I don't want someone else going through it.
Yep.
It is out there. Look. If you want to look for it, go and look for it. I'm not going to share it.
No.
But I wanted to, anyone listening along at home, tell me your thoughts. Is this something that's pushed too far?
Totally.
And, whether it's the technology, the availability of that technology, or it's just being used in the really poor hands.
Yeah. Look, I agree. It's like all tools. All tools have a purpose in life.
Yes.
You can use your screwdriver to undo a screw any day of the week.
Well,
but the moment you use it to jemmy open a window, you're misusing that tool.
Yeah.
Editing, Lucas jumping in on this one. Now, I think I should probably jump in here, and specifically because my opinion is very different to those of Snoogs and Greg, and for a few reasons. Now, I feel like that for anyone to jump straight to the fact that this is a bad idea probably doesn't know very much about what's going on, and that's probably a good thing. Now, this story specifically is about a young girl who died and a mother grieving about this young girl. Now, while this probably isn't a very good thing to do for somebody who lost someone many, many years ago that has very likely moved on and had their grieving period already, but there are some people out there that just can't let go, and sometimes that is one thing that is taken from us, is the ability to say goodbye and have some sort of closure. Now, yeah, like I already said, reiterating that, yeah, you wouldn't want to sort of bring up bad old past feelings for something that's happened many, many years ago that you've gotten over. But if something recent has just happened and somebody is having real trouble emotionally and mentally in moving on, this could possibly be a means to an end. And my reaction to the video the first time around was, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was fantastic that this mother was having a chance to have some emotional moment with her deceased child. And the fact that it was on a TV show probably made it accessible for this person, maybe made it affordable, or just brought it to their attention. So I think condemning this thing from the get-go is probably the wrong thing to do, but to each their own. That's what I think. I think it's a positive thing. I thought my original comments on this video was, this is a win for technology. This is using technology to achieve some great things. So that's my opinion on it. Although very different to what we've already just heard, that's how it is. Now, I have put the link in the show description, so if you want to have a look at the video, go ahead and check it out. And leave a comment wherever you're listening to this, or contact us. Let us know what you think. All right, we'll go back to the show now, albeit the mood has somewhat changed with what is about to be said after I finish. I don't know. Enjoy the show. Bye-bye.
Virtual reality porn, I know people are getting whiplash from that, trying to dodge the money shot.
That's well and truly overstepping. And you were worried about me. So, yeah, look, I just hate there's been, it's been made a commodity. And really this, I don't have a problem, like you said, as it being used as a tool to help the grieving person, but this isn't helping the grieving person.
No. This is just
a bunch of voyeurs watching a poor woman go through grief and them getting off on it.
Yeah.
Really. Bottom line.
Well, sorry I went a bit dark there, people. But it was a subject that it really threw me for six, so I wanted to get into it. So
totally.
I'd love to hear Lucas's thoughts on it. Editing Lucas will probably jump in and let us know.
Look, as much as we like to keep it light and breezy, at the same time, VR is our technology. It's gamers' technology. This is where it's coming from. This is what drives it.
Yeah.
It gets used for a bigger purpose now. But we should talk about these things.
Yeah. I use it for work. Walking around buildings, looking at things, it's weird looking over the edge of a building.
Yeah.
Watching someone in their 50s that has never done gaming in their life try and use a virtual reality headset. Hysterical.
Yeah.
And especially because they're in a room with an asshole like me that, touches them on the back of the legs and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Snoogs, that touching on the back of the leg thing wouldn't be such a problem if you'd at least just use your finger.
I checked it out for shipbuilding at one point. I had a contract for shipbuilders, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. Walk around the ship, moving shit out of the ship, drawing shit on the ship, putting people in the ship, and then making them do weird dances, making everyone laugh.
Oh, well, mate, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it from me. So we'll jump into some last words, eh?
Sure.
All right. Well, for some last words, I'm going to say, Skrill, thanks for jumping in, hanging around for a little while. He's just left us. Radicus and Wraith still here, chatting and doing all the weird and wonderful things that the boys do.
That's an amazing gift.
Any shout-outs? Last words?
Yeah, so I've got one last word.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put it out there. If any of the episodes are shit this year, it's all because of coronavirus. So if we miss it, it'll be because of coronavirus.
That could be it.
The supply of electrons to this podcast is in a very very fragile balance, and coronavirus could tip it over. So you just need to let you know if something happens, coronavirus.
Well, I'm going to share a fact that I found out today that I shared with you before the show. So everyone listening along at home, Doom has something that no other game has, and that is that you have your own boss music whenever you walk into a room. Think about that for a sec. It's pretty awesome, and it's true.
I was going to say it has a version where all the bad guys are like women, naked women, and you can shoot them with a gun and make them have orgasms while you're shooting them. Name another game that has that.
Duke Nukem.
Same fucking point.
Same mod. Yep.
Yeah.
Doom N64 is out soon. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's our last words. Like I said, Radicus, Wraith, Skrill, thank you for joining in. Anyone that's listening along that got stuck and hanging around in the floods this week, hope you're doing all right. Good luck.
Yep.
And
if you need floaties, let me know.
Yeah, we've got floaties, plenty of them around. And my street was a torrent last night. I reckon you could put a boat in it last night. So it was getting good. Over on Twitch, Aussie Gamers TV. Lucas has been doing a bit more streaming lately, so get on over there and hit that follow button. Also, if you want to come and annoy me or listen to me annoying you, Snooger Vision over on Twitch, come and say g'day and make sure you hit that follow button. I go live whenever I can when it's not 40 degrees in this room, which it's gone all right tonight.
Yeah, the rain is taking
a bit of heat off. Yep. And of course, Grejio XBL over on the Instas.
Over on the Instas. It's been a bit quiet of late.
Well, come on.
I know.
Get into it.
I'll get into it.
Get stuck.
I actually have a backlog of stuff that I need to put on there.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Put some Minecraft stuff on there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap up the show, shall we? Thank you very much to everyone that's listening to the show, and especially those that are still listening this far along. A super special thanks to the live listeners who are chatting away while we record the show. A shout out to Lucas for his editing. And, of course, to my good mate, Grejio.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me, mate. It's quite different doing this face to face.
I know
it's good. It works well.
It's fun. I think it's more fun doing it this way.
Too bad
because you get to look at me react when you bring up shit like 7-year-old dick girls on VR. I'm like, fuck them.
To all of our listeners, feel free to continue any of the topics we've discussed on this show over in our Discord channel. To get in touch with us directly, you can shoot us an email at info@theagexp.com. Don't forget to hit up our website while you're at it, www.theagexp.com. Links, as always, are in the podcast show notes and descriptions. I reckon we'll shoot Lucas a link for the pop vinyl as well. We'll get that up there as well, so should be able to check it out down below. That's all from me. As always, I've been Snoogs.
I have been...
See you.
Well, that's the end of another show, and if you're still listening to this part of the show, then know this, we love you. Come and join our exclusive Agents of Age group on Discord using the link in the description. Just join the server and say hi, quoting, "May the age be with you," and you will be added as an Agent of Age. Subscribe to this podcast using the links that are in the description for your convenience. Thanks again, we love you lots. See you next time on the official podcast of the Aussie Gamers Experience.